Hello, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. Hopefully the audio works. Sometimes I start this and the audio is turned off for some reason. But I feel like it's working. I see the meter going up and down. So. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Haven't done this in a while. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Rule of Thumb. Planning anything for St. David's Day? No, I didn't even know that was a day. Patron of Saint of Wales, March 1st. No, I wasn't planning on anything. Hello, Paul. All right, so people are trickling in here. I've got some. I'm going to start this off with a kind of an apology because today's video, and then I got two more. One of them was a Jeremy Clarkson reaction, and then a Jonathan Pye reaction. I feel like it inadvertent, like those reactions kind of inadvertently lean toward political stuff, which wasn't my intention. I hate politics. I'm sure most of you guys do too. But I felt like the last couple reactions that I have scheduled up on the YouTube were kind of political centric, even though that wasn't my intention. So apologies for that. But the Jonathan Pye one, I can't wait till you guys see that. I loved it. That dude, I wish he was ours. We need a guy like that. There was one part of his rant that I just fucking collapsed. But hello, everyone. Watch, read, play, retro. How you doing? So I also have a IT crowd reaction scheduled for tomorrow on the YouTube channel. So that should be fun. And then Reese, yes, I got a Jonathan Pye reaction scheduled for Saturday, I believe. And that was a joy. Barry Stevens, greeting king. I am watching from Hampshire, or did you mean Hampshire, England? I'm currently sitting in a castle. Really? I'm jealous. Wouldn't it be awesome to own a castle? I bet you have to make a lot of money to own one of those, but wouldn't that be fucking cool? Maybe not for you guys, because a lot of the people watching this from the UK have castles everywhere, so it's not like a major big deal to you guys. Hello, Dougie from Somerset. Neil says, loving watching your Patreon reactions to Red Dwarf. Yeah, Red Dwarf is awesome. I love Red Dwarf. Clarkson is funny. Yeah, he's entertaining. He was in the reaction that I did that's scheduled coming up. He was doing an interview on the Jonathan Ross show, and he said some things that definitely would piss people off. So, and as soon as I heard him say those things, I was like, uh-oh, he's probably gonna get in trouble for that one. But it was an interview from like 15 years ago. It's Hampshire. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Scott. Paul, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. I hope you get better soon, my friend. Bobby, hello. Finally caught a live stream. Hello from England. Hello, Bobby Dazzler. Hey King Boomer, hope you're good. I am good, thank you. Any plans to watch the UK Office one day on Patreon? No, I don't have any plans to watch The Office because I've already seen it. It's not my favorite Ricky Gervais production, but I prefer it to the American Office. My favorite Ricky Gervais show that he ever did was Extras. I love Extras. Chances if it's a Ricky Gervais production / show, chances are I've seen it. I think I've seen all of them. Derek, Life's Too Short. What's the one he did on Netflix recently? The one where he's depressed to all hell. I've had the Reese says I've had the shits for the past few days. That's no good. You need to get yourself some Imodium. I don't know if you guys have that over there, but that usually fixes it in 1 to 2 shits. Would you like to move to the UK someday? That's a tough question to answer because I've never been. To Afterlife, yes, thank you, Reese. That's the one. I've never been to the UK, so I can't tell you if I'd prefer to live there. I've been to Greece. I think I would prefer to live in Greece than here sometimes. But my life here in the States is pretty well at the moment, so I can't complain about anything. Yeah, Zucchi. Extras is my favorite by far. The end of it got kind of sad, which seems to be like kind of a theme with Ricky Gervais's shows. The endings are usually always kind of sad, but I love that show. Anyone mentioned Bottom to Boomer? Yes, I've watched the first 2 seasons on Patreon. I might get back to it to finish the third season in the next couple of months. We'll see. Gimme, 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 says Rocky. Yes, I've heard of that one. Yes. How's the bad dog doing? She's a good dog. Yours is 20 years old now. Wow, that's an accomplishment for a pup. Usually dogs don't live that long. Banner adder. See, this is the kind of comment that brightens my day. A little dark humor here. My girlfriend left me because I sold her wheelchair. I'm not bothered though. She'll come crawling back. That's funny. That's a good one. Bottom Series 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna return to. I don't know when, but eventually I will get around to it. Finish that one off. Scott Wells, where in Florida do you live? Because me and my wife visit Orlando a lot. Well, I'm not near Orlando. I'm close to West Palm Beach. So. Orlando. A lot of gators out there. Be careful. Don't go in fresh water. Stay clear of the gators. AZ, have you given up on Peep Show? No, I finished Peep Show on Patreon. The last 2 seasons of Peep Show got just mercilessly blocked on YouTube, so I was unable to upload those reactions. Afterlife, yes, I've seen that. Yes. Did you notice that Alan from Only Fools was the stimulant in Red Dwarf Gunman of the Apocalypse? No, I didn't. I didn't notice that. No. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Hello, Josh. How you doing? Got 9% on your phone. Hey, Josh, here's the thing though. Why do you have 9%? Is it because you're always on it? Or is it because you leave the apps open? I've been trying to get Queen Boomer to make a habit of this. When you're on your phone, if you're not using an app, you got to close it out. Swipe up. Otherwise, it eats up a lot of the battery juice in your phone, and your phone lasts like a fraction of the amount of time it's supposed to. Just a little tip to help you out there. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you just forgot to charge it. I escaped from bus control and police twice yesterday. Average Norwegian gamer. Uh-oh, we got a maniac on the loose. What do you call Batman who skips church? Christian Bale. Oh my god. Uh Hello, Derek. Honesty and Truth. Just found your channel. Your commentary on British humor is quite hilarious. Thanks from a Brit. Thank you, Honesty.
Towards a boomer coffee. You legend.
Sam K, thank you so much. You are the man. I don't drink coffee, but you know what? I'll use it to get some more Yorkshire tea. I'm back drinking tea again, without the sugar. So I can keep the weight off my tummy. Good to see you love the Tunnux. Yeah. Every Tunnux product I've ever tried, Ross, has been beyond excellent. I think every one that I've tried has been a 10, right? My memory serves right. I could be wrong, but it's either every one has either been a 9 or a 10. The king didn't see me. My life is nothing. Oh, shut up, Dan. Big love to you and the family. I gotta go. Your life is not nothing, Dan. Okay? I hope you're not having a bad day. I hope you have a good day. And sorry you're leaving me so soon. But you have a wonderful week, my friend. Milk, no sugar. That's right, Josh. Pissing... Andrew Doubtfire. Pissing down in southeast England. I would be more worried if you were pissing up. Because then you might rain on yourself. But hello, Andrew. Allison, hello. How you doing, Allison? It's good to see you again. You like UK music, Boomer? Well, I don't know if it, like... If it's new, I probably haven't heard it, so I can't really talk on it. But if it's... music from the UK in the past, like classic songs, then yes. Because, you know, in the 60s and 70s, like waves of music from the UK came over here to the States. And I love music from the 60s and 70s. Andrew, anything else on the Patreon tonight? Actually, in about an hour, what? Another Red Dwarf reaction on Patreon is coming up in about an hour. I have it scheduled an hour from now. Thanks, King. Gotta go, but all is good. I'm glad to hear it, Dan. You have a good week, my friend. Black Books next for Patreon. It's a good idea, Ian, but I want to get... Before I even think about starting Black Books, I do want to finish up IT Crowd. Usually when I choose a series to do next, I like it to be like completely different from the last one that I started. So, plebs or in-betweeners, but are you talking about which one is coming soon or which one I like more? I definitely like in-betweeners more. Plebs, after I get done with this live stream, I was probably going to do a Plebs reaction. So. But Plebs is not a go on the YouTube channel anymore. The last, like, 3 reactions that I've tried to upload have all been blocked, so I'm giving up posting Plebs reactions on the YouTube channel from here on out. Could have dressed up a bit, mate. Thanks. I usually dress up a little bit for my Twitch live streams. If you guys want to see me rage at playing video games, then every Thursday I stream on Twitch, usually around like 12 or 1, which would be 5 or 6 in the UK. Or 17 or 18 GMT. Are you missing Stylax? I'm missing Stylax immensely. I'm not gonna say that the new guy Jason is terrible though. He's just all right to me. He's not bad. He's not good. He's just all right. But Stylax was my favorite character, so I'm always gonna miss Stylax. Sabretooth, I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Nice. The Armando Iannucci show. What is that a show from the UK? Because I did that reaction to Alan Ford being on there, but I'd never heard of it before. I don't even think I got recommended it before. So I was wondering what that show was. It was that Alan Ford involvement in the show was hilarious. So it looked pretty funny. Best J line, my guess, is tactical wank. No, that's a good one, Hold'em. But my favorite one by far was from the second In-Betweeners movie. When he said, "Oh no, why is there always some C word with a guitar?" That killed me, because if you ever watch that reaction and when I died laughing at it, I'm laughing so hard because I feel like it's something that I would say. And even Queen Boomer was like, "That's Brian, that's something you would say." So, that's my favorite line. Hey!
There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
Thank you, Little Bullet. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind. Amanda, how's it going? Good to see you. What football team do you support? Don't say the wrong answers. Well, that's why I haven't picked one, because I don't want to alienate anybody. The only thing I want to do with football is I want to go see a match in the UK at some point. I don't care who's playing. I just want to soak in the atmosphere. Steve, have you ever tried to convince any of your friends about the British series you have watched? Yes. Yes, I talk up your shows all the time in off camera when I'm just hanging out with friends or family. Whether they actually go and watch it, they probably don't, but I recommend stuff all the time, your shows all the time, to people in my everyday life. I'm very fond of it. Did you know that there's a season 6 of Friday Night Dinner? Are there 6 seasons? Because I think I've done them all. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Patreon collections. Friday Night Dinner. Yeah, I've done season 6. I've only done it on the Patreon though. Once I got to season 5, they all started getting blocked from YouTube. You say you are a fan of Ricky Gervais, then I assume you have seen Derek. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Allison. Hopefully, I'm not going to read it yet. I'll wait for my guy to read it. Have you seen Simon Bird in Chicken? He plays a coward in World War I. No, I've never heard of that. I have never heard of that one. He plays a chicken? Oh, no, he plays a coward in Chicken. Sorry. All right. Barry Stevens, a serious question. When are you going to react to the Young Ones or Bottom? I actually tried Young Ones. The Young Ones didn't hit with me. Oh, let's...
Hi KB, hope Queen and Princess are doing good. How's her dad doing now after his recovery from COVID? Hope he is much better.
Oh, thank you very much, Allison. I appreciate that. My father is doing great. He had like one rough day. He had like a temperature of 102. And then after that, he felt fine. He just still had it in his system. So he basically just took over the house for the next 6 days. He was actually losing his mind because he was bored. But he just had one rough day. After that, it was like he didn't even feel sick at all. But we took the precaution of staying away because we didn't want Princess Boomer to get that stuff. So thank you very much, Allison. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. What was I doing? Young Ones and Bottom. I tried to do Young Ones. It didn't hit with me. I did like a couple, and I was like, it's not really for me. Bottom, I've done reactions to the first 2 seasons on Patreon. Again, it's one of those shows where every time I tried to upload it to YouTube, it got blocked. So I've done 2 seasons of Bottom on Patreon. I might do the 3rd season in the next few months. Let me see. Can definitely see the weight loss. Well done. Really? Because it's only the top. Here. See, my tummy doesn't stick out quite as far. So, that's good. And I've got some more definition in my shoulders a little bit. Because I started lifting weights again. Not that I'm a serious weightlifter or anything, but... Red Dwarf is old, but up your street for sure. Oh yeah, I've been enjoying the hell out of Red Dwarf watching those those on Patreon. Faulty Towers, I finished that on Patreon as well. Again, most of the shows that I say I have watched, if you haven't seen them on the YouTube channel, it's because when I tried to upload them, they get blocked. It happens all the time with me now. The only show that I've been uploading to YouTube that hasn't been blocked is IT Crowd at the moment. But I'm gonna knock on wood on that because that's everything's getting blocked on YouTube, man. That's why the Patreon is so nice to have. Somebody mentioned something. Where did it go? Where did it go? Scarlett, how you doing? Good to see you, Scarlett. Did you finish the chocolate fingers? No, Queen Boomer did. By the time I got back around to, hey, I want some more of those fingers, they were gone. She ate them all. Red Dwarf announced another series? Really? I've heard that Alan Partridge... They've announced another Alan Partridge series, too. Which is cool. I just started watching that on Patreon. I'm having a great time watching that. Amanda, I think your channel has a red flag. It might. It might. But again, it's like I'm reacting to other content, so if I've said it before, if anybody wants me to take down stuff that they
At King Boomer Did you track down that fight and win guy and give him a slap for being a Muppet?
No, I haven't tracked him down. I believe because that particular guy was from Seattle, I believe, and I've never been to Seattle, so I'd literally have to travel across the entire United States except for Alaska and Hawaii to get to that guy and slap him. But no, I have not done that. But thank you for the super chat, Sam K. That's very kind. But yeah, man, I was saying, like, if I'm reacting to stuff and whoever's in charge of that wants me to take him down, then I'll just take him down. Don't think you're getting enough recommendations, right? Early door. I've never heard of Early Doors. Royal Family. I've heard. The recommendation that always kills me is Gavin and Stacey and Mrs. Brown's Boys, because every time I see it mentioned, especially if it's in a comment, usually somebody replies to it and says, under no circumstances will I keep subscribing to King Boomer if he watches those. Which is funny. But it goes to show you that a lot of people like them still. But those are the ones that seem to put the people that don't like them off, and they chime in. They're like, no, don't ever watch those. Queen Boomer would enjoy Dairy Girls. I think she would too. That's one that I actually wanted to start Dairy Girls soon, but because Queen Boomer does not have a lot of time at the moment to join me in reactions, we're not doing it yet. But that is probably the #1 show that I want to watch with Queen Boomer on camera. I agree with that. I think Queen Boomer would really like that one. Gavin and Stacey is 100 times better than Mrs. Brown Boys. Hey, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there, if people even mention Gavin and Stacey or Mrs. Brown's Boys, it's like a rebellion happens. No, don't make them watch that. It's funny. It makes me laugh. Good evening, Joe. Will you and Queen Boomer do more movie reactions? I'm still doing movie. I usually do one a week on Patreon. She hasn't joined me in a movie reaction for quite some time because of how busy she is. But on the YouTube channel, I really don't have the time to edit those at the moment. I tried to get hire an editor to do those for me, and I tried to hire multiple people, but it just didn't work out, so I had to scrap that because I don't have time to edit those movie reactions, at least for me, because I'm a technologically inept Muppet. Those take forever to edit. Sometimes they take 2 or 3 days to edit, and I need that time to do other things for you guys. So I don't know when you're gonna see another movie reaction on the YouTube channel yet. I've got like 30 of them, just the files for them just sitting there, but waiting to be edited, but I just don't have the time to do it. Both have cult-like followings. Those that like it need to let you know they are the vegans of TV. Oh no. Oh no, Joe. Radio says hi from Sweden. Hello, Radio. Are you excited for the Gentleman series that's in production? Are you talking about the movie The Gentleman, like the Guy Ritchie movie? They're doing a show? Luke Hill, did the Friday night series get blocked over here on YouTube? Yes. Yes, it did. We finished it on Patreon. Jared, holy wait, how much is that? SCK. I don't know what type of currency that is, but that is a very kind super chat, Jared. And speaking of that, I thought you were in the UK. Are you traveling right now? What's going on? But thank you so much. That's very kind. And Miss Dog Lover, one of my mods has returned. Thank you so much. Have you seen, Sasha says, have you seen Celebrity Juice? No, I've never heard of it. Never seen any reactions to it. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. Yeah, what is SEK? Swedish? That's an awesome super chat right there. Thank you so much, Jared. Here we go.
Hey Muppet, smiley face.
Yes, thank you, Miss Dog Lover. I appreciate that. But I thought Jared was in the UK. He must be taking a trip to Sweden, which it's February, so it must be really cold there. But I hope you're having a good time. Does this mean Queen Boomer is knocked up again? I hope not. We got our hands full with Princess Boomer right now. You should listen to Boswell's live on Radio 4. Goes to interview Freud. It's hilarious. I've never heard of that one either. I'm actually glad some of these recommendations are new ones. Most of the time when I do these live streams, I always get ones that I've seen before. But this one, it seems like there's a few of them that I've never heard of before. So that's always good. One Foot in the Grave. No, I have not seen that. I've heard of it, though. Swedish krona. Krona, okay. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you, Miss Dog Lover. Opinions on fish and chips. Here's the thing, though. I'm getting American fish and chips, so it's different. I don't think the presentation is different. I feel like the taste is different. So until I have fish and chips in Britain, I can't tell you an opinion on it. That's one of the first things I want to do is have fish and chips in England. So thank you again, Jared. I appreciate that. Did you, Josh? Did you watch any of All Star Weekend? No, I'm not interested in NBA All Star stuff. It's always terrible.
I highly recommend joining King Boomer Patreon.
Thank you very much, Jared. That's very kind. Thank you so much for the super chats as well. I don't believe it. Thank you, Cece. Big shout out to you. Steven, will you put your short reactions on Patreon at some point? No, I reserve Patreon for like show reactions and movie reactions. The only time I post anything different is when I feel like there's something that like really needs to be put on there. Like the recent Alan Ford, Alan Partridge thing. I put that on Patreon first because since I'm watching the Alan Partridge show on Patreon at the moment, I felt like I did a react, and I've been recommended. What's the Knowing Me, Knowing You? What's the show called? Some people have said I need to go back and watch that first, which I'm not going to do, but I felt like putting that reaction on Patreon was a must because of everybody in the I'm Alan Partridge reaction comment sections talking about it. So start saving up, King Boomer. England is expensive. Dude, just to get over there is expensive. The ticket prices to get over there at the time that I want to go is like almost $1,000 right now. It's insane. The ticket prices to go anywhere across the Atlantic right now are like 3 times higher than what they were 2 years ago. It's driving me crazy. Because I'm like waiting to see if like the prices fall down and like no, they're staying there. So I'm like waiting for an opportunity to get good tickets. Remember, when you get to the UK, try out 3 things: fish and chips, pie and mash, and a proper English breakfast. The first one and the last one are the 2 that I'm excited for the most. Pie and mash, I don't think I've heard of that. So, but yeah, full English breakfast. Ooh, man. The only thing about the full English breakfast that I'm not excited about is the beans. I don't like beans. But everything else on there sounds bloody fantastic. I'm not sure if it's you or it's me. Is anyone's stream laggy? I don't know. It could be. It shouldn't be. Because I think everything's running right. So if the stream is laggy, I apologize. It's not intentional. You could probably get a pint in London for £1,000, says Reese. Airlines are price gouging everywhere. Okay, so it's not just the States. I'm sure it's probably a lot of places. But it's just so aggravating. It really is. All the prices are aggravating. Inflation is out of control. I can't imagine how I feel like you guys got, from what I've heard, you guys have had it worse than we have here in the States. But inflation is just so ridiculous. Pie and mash is the only thing Londoners know how to cook. Drew says, "Good evening, you muppet." Hello, Drew. YouTube likes to lag. It's their new trademark. Yeah. Ever since I got I got much better internet now, but in the past, like over a year ago, there were times when I would have laggy streams. Household energy bills tripled and then settled back to double. Yeah. For us, it's more. For us here in the States, it's more the housing prices and rent prices have gone through the roof. It's insane. And then yeah, the cost of groceries has gone through the roof. Gas went through the roof and then it came back down a little bit. So, it just sucks. You know? And it really hurts fucking people, especially those of us that don't make tons of money. Michael Capper. Thank you, Michael Capper. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that too. Sasha says I'm paying £156 a month for gas alone. I feel like that's about the same for me too. If you made it like $200 a month, that's probably me. It's probably even more since I don't know what Queen Boomer is paying for her gas, because we kind of pay for our own gas in our own vehicles. But that sounds about right for us too. It sucks. What do you and Queen Boomer do for a living? We work in a restaurant. I mean, the YouTube channel and the Patreon have helped tremendously because you guys are so awesome. So I don't want to leave that out, but I still work. Yes, I do it more. I do it kind of part time now to try to keep up with you guys and bring you guys as many reactions as I can. If you work 45 hours a week on minimum wage, you still cannot afford rent and bills. Yeah, that's the same here. Same here. Actually, because I got that Jonathan Pye reaction coming up, I think on Saturday, and his rant, although it was funny, it was like trying to take it seriously. I think I mentioned in the video too. I was like, it sounds like you and me have the same issues pretty much when it comes to the cost of living and stuff like that. I don't know who has it worse. I would tend to lean toward you guys, being an island nation and all. Oh, gas bills. Okay. Avoid politics and religion. Better world without them. There's a part of me that agrees with that. Although you have to talk about it sometimes. But I don't like doing it here. I like to do that in the comfort of my own home and family. You know? Because if you talk to random people about it, you're just throwing shit at each other. And nothing sticks. Steven, your messages are showing up. Now, I don't read every message, though. So, I've gotten comments before, like, why doesn't he read my messages? Well, one of the things is, um, I get so many messages in this chat, I can't read them all. So if I don't get to your messages personally, I apologize. NFL season has ended. What other sports are you watching? I'm just waiting for baseball. Baseball coming up. I'm going to be watching baseball every single night when it comes up because my Baltimore Orioles are very, very good now. And I'm hoping that they finally make it to the World Series for the first time since 1983. So that's what I'm waiting for. I even want to make a trip back to Maryland and catch a game in person at some point. York's Kev, hey, how you doing? What got you into British TV and humor? I started this channel, like, I just put out, like, a rant about American football one time. And then I had been, shout out to Embrace the Suck 21, Spencer and Daniel. I had been watching their Ricky Gervais show reactions because I love that show. And those were the only reactions I was watching of those guys, but they had all these other things that they were reacting to that were UK centric, and they looked interesting. So I said, well, before I watch them on my own, why don't I do a reaction? So I did one. I think I did one to Al Murray and somebody else, and they were hilarious. And that's what started what was down a massive rabbit hole. You know what it's like? I've said it before. Discovering comedy from the UK, it's like tripping over a gold mine. Like a little piece of gold is sticking out of the ground, and you go, oh, that's gold. Let's start digging it out. And then it just turns into this massive gold deposit that you didn't even know was there. That's what it feels like for me, because it's been such a joy. And it feels like it just never ends. Because almost everything that I've seen has been fantastic. So that's how it started. Wombat says I'd poop in public. You gotta watch out for Wombat. What percentage of money does a person who get out of Patreon? I don't know. I want to say like around 80%, I think. I can't remember. I like basketball out of all the US sports. I mean, I love basketball too. I liked the game better like 20 or 30 years ago before they started shooting all these. I feel like every game I watch, they're literally just trying to set up the three-pointer every time, and it drives me crazy. I like defense. I like people getting knocked on their ass when basketball's really physical, and it's the problem is they've regulated a lot of the defense out of the game, and it's not as good as it was. But I still like basketball. It's just not like what I wish it was. You know what I mean? Curb Your Enthusiasm is a good American comedy show, yes. I'm going to be honest, I tried to follow Friends and Saturday Night Live. I'm not a fan of Friends. And Saturday Night Live used to be really funny. These days, not so much. They do have their moments from time to time, but I don't watch it live. If there's a funny Saturday Night Live clip that comes up, I'll watch that on YouTube or something. American comedy shows that I tell people to watch are like Two and a Half Men, which is hilarious because it's basically Charlie Sheen playing himself, and South Park. I love South Park. Muppet alert! Muppet alert! Do you like drama as well as comedy? Absolutely. Never heard of Line of Duty. But yeah, when it comes to American productions, I like the dramas. Like, I'm a big HBO guy. Like, any show on HBO, I've probably seen and like. Embrace the Suck 21 have massively disappointed me in their switch to Patreon. I do understand it, though. I haven't kept up with what they're doing recently, but I mean, I have a Patreon, but I don't subscribe to theirs. I don't know what they're doing on Patreon, but I love those guys. I can't say a bad word about them. I do have donations. Here's the thing, though. My robot is slacking. What is going on with the robot? Zeno, you're just a kid at heart, ain't you? Absolutely. Absolutely. You got me pinned. Pegged. I always never liked that saying. I got you pegged. Does that mean you're trying to do something to my butthole? I never understood that. Josh said I was watching South Park and Two and a Half Men when I was like 12. Yeah. But they're great. I mean, you can go back and watch them at any point, and they're great, in my opinion. There we go. Okay.
Jared Yar English and has house in the UK, but has residency and work visa in Sweden. Go back UK every couple of months.
Oh, that's cool.
For asking.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you for the super chats. You are the man, dude. That's cool. I hope it's very scenic where you are in Sweden. Every time I see pictures of Sweden, I'm like, God damn, that looks beautiful. And then Benjamin, that didn't come with a message, so I'm just going to say, Benjamin, you are the man. Thank you, Benjamin Hanbury. Thank you for the super chat. And then my friend Miss Dog Lover. Hopefully that one will get read. That's a good question, Steven. I don't know if I want to answer that right now because Miss Dog Lover's thing is... Yeah, here it is.
R.I.P. Ewan McIntosh from the UK office who passed away today.
Oh no! Big Keith.
Face.
That sucks. Sorry to hear that. Thank you for the super chat, though. You know who I was really upset, like... Well, not really upset, but I was like, damn, they... Father Time got him, too, was Tom Wilkinson. British actor. I really like Tom Wilkinson. I was very sad to hear of his passing. That one got to me a little bit. But where did Steven's chat go? Stephen H. Can you explain the joy of baseball? I worked with a guy from St. Louis, and he would stay up watching all night watching the Cardinals. Baseball, it really depends where you're... the regional thing, I will say, is that people from St. Louis and in that area in general love baseball. Other than, like, the New York Yankees or the Boston Red Sox, the third most storied baseball franchise in the United States is the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals fans are not only... They have a reputation of being... like the classy type of baseball fans. They just love baseball. They're usually not rowdy or talk a lot of trash. They just love the game. So they're probably like the nicest hardcore baseball fans you will come across. So that was cool that you interacted with a St. Louis Cardinals fan. But the joy of baseball, for me, I just grew up playing it. Just having a catch with relatives or friends. It's great. For me, it's like it's a game where you have to think it out too. It really highlights the person. Like you have 9 players who bat in a batting order, so you only have a chance to generate some offense like 1 out of every 9 times if you're in the lineup. It's just a wonderful game. I'm probably really messing this up, but baseball is just a wonderful game. And for me, it's relaxing. It's not like in your face, like go 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 go. It's a relaxing game. I think one of the best parts of baseball is going to one of the baseball stadiums, which are usually called parks. They're the most beautiful stadiums that you will find in the United States by far. Even if you don't care about baseball or don't particularly like it, I would highly recommend going to a game at any of the baseball parks because they're just beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And even if you're not enjoying the game, just looking around at the sites at baseball stadiums is a must. So. You're definitely part British with your love of Tunnocks tea cakes and Yorkshire tea, yeah. Those caramel wafers were really good, too. Thank you, Sly Dog. Apologies if this has already been asked. Any plans on continuing Plebs? I watch your channel every night after work. Not on the YouTube channel. I tried to upload the last 3 reactions to Plebs, and they were all blocked, so... I'm not going to try it anymore because everyone's been blocked from this point on. I'm still continuing watching Plebs on Patreon. All right, Reese, you take care. I'm probably going to get out of here in a in a little bit too. Sly Dog, baseball is not much different than cricket. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I was actually thinking of doing a cricket reaction, even though I don't know what's going on in cricket. I've heard it's similar to baseball, but I want to check out a cricket reaction. What do you guys think of that?
Films?
Thank you, Tom, for the super chat. 3 favorite films. I can name them for you. Gladiator, Blade Runner, and probably the third one's usually interchangeable, but I'd probably go with The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars. I'll go with those 3. First 2 are Ridley Scott films. I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, although I will admit he does put out some stinkers from time to time. Tom Wilkinson was class in Michael Clayton. Yes, he's class in everything. Tom Wilkinson was an awesome actor. If you haven't seen, there was an HBO show called John Adams, and they had Tom Wilkinson playing Benjamin Franklin. And he said one of my favorite lines in that, because his character's going on a rant, and then another guy from the Continental Congress, I think his name was Rutledge, from South Carolina, but Rutledge goes, Must you be so extreme, Dr. Franklin? And Benjamin Franklin says, I'm an extreme moderate, Mr. Rutledge. I believe anyone not in favor of moderation should be castrated. I always thought that line was hilarious, even though it's not really intended to be. But that is a show. It's only 6. It's a mini series. It's only 6 episodes. It's either 6 or 7. I want to say 6. But it's the acting in is tremendous, and of course the subject of it is our split, you and us, when we went our separate ways in late 1700s. So, but his performance as Benjamin Franklin was great. Stephen Delane, who I think is one of the most underrated and greatest actors out there, played Thomas Jefferson, and he did an amazing job. It's just a great show. But it's not very action-packed. It's very cerebral. So, it's not for everybody. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up because I got to get going and start doing some more reactions for you guys. But it was lovely to chat with you. And hope you all have a great week. I will check out the Clunge Cavers, thank you. And it was nice to talk to you guys again. And thank you for the recommendations. Thank you, everybody who threw in some super chats. Miss Dog Lover, Jared, Lil Bullet, everybody else who I am failing to mention at the moment. But it was nice to chat with everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm, because I know it's quite chilly over there. And love you guys. So take care. And tell somebody you love them today, all right?